I did not want to see that.
Right.
This is the part where
Are we in the
supposed to be
silent
quiet
mode?
with it playing ad,
Coming to you live from the legendary Manfield Circuit, Chris Amon here in Fielding, New Zealand. Round 4, hosted by the Victoria Motorcycle Club and presented by DHL Express, marks the return of NZSBK to Manfield for the first time since 2014. Brought to you by generous sponsors DHL Express, Suzuki, Yamaha, ICG Print, designed and printed programs with Carl Cox Motorsport, Motorcycle New Zealand, with the support from Pirelli, Honda Cars, proud to supply our safety vehicle and qualified drivers for the series, including Resine, Automotive and Light Industrial, Bike Rider Magazine, MX and Track Timing, and Ctas Live. Awesome, guys. Great to have our lineup. Looking here from the left-hand side, we have our intro of our 600 class, and straight into our points at the moment. So welcome to Ashton. Ashton sitting in third place on 96. Next to him, we have Rogan Chandler. Now Rogan's sitting in 5th place on 70 points. Go to Toby in the centre of the podium, and he's the number 1 on the Kawasaki with 145 points. Go to Avalon Biddle, and Avalon second on 123 points. And Seth Devereux, I don't know how he recovered, but still on 85 points in 4th place. So great to see our top 5, our impressive lineup for our Supersport 600. Guys, as the intro said, last year at Manfield in 2014, 5 years, as they say, a long time between drinks. Ashton, for you, Manfield, certainly, as far as interviewing anybody, you've got to be the closest to any track in New Zealand, and this is right here in your patch. Is Manfield as good a track as you'd like it to be, being your home?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously I'm in the big club and we do the Winter Series and that here, so definitely done a lot of laps around here, and to have it 5 minutes from your door is pretty damn good. I mean, if you want to go down and do a Friday test day, you can sort of have a look at the weather in the morning and make a decision whether you want to do it or not then and there, and either go to work or go put on the track.
So 5 years ago, there wouldn't have been a lot of you in championship racing, so how do you feel your form is for an event like this?
Well, yeah, being at Manfield, I've probably been more nervous this week than any other kind of nationals round, I guess, because it is your home track, and you probably put a little bit of pressure on yourself. Although on the other hand, because it's your home track, when you get here, you're a bit more relaxed. You know what you want from the bike, you know what your settings are. You don't really have to learn a track. You can kind of just get straight into it and be straight on the pace, which is what I sort of had today, which is good.
Awesome. And Rogan, you're proud enough to call the Vic your home club and Manfield your home track as well. So does it feel as positive as that to be back here at Manfield?
Yeah, it's always good to be racing at Manfield. I remember when we came here 5 years ago, and that was just the same. It's nice to live close and sort of just pop out here whenever you want. But it's good. Like Ashton said, you have all your settings. You sort of know where the track goes and what to expect. So it's kind of easy coming on Friday. You don't really have to put too much pressure on yourself.
Nice one. And happy with your sessions today?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We struggled a bit. We got a lot different suspension, different brand of suspension from last year and from Tri-Series. So we struggled a bit in the morning finding a setup that sort of worked. But I mean, it wasn't too bad.
Nice to see. Toby, Manfield, long way from home, but do you like this place?
Not really.
Thanks for your honesty.
For me, a racetrack should have lots of corners, and it's got 4, I think. So six corners. It's all right. It's just, for me, I like a technical track, hard, aggressive riding, lots of corner. This is straight, corner, straight, corner, straight, corner, straight, which, yeah, it's all right. Everyone can go quick here, kind of easy, because it's just, it's not technical enough. But it adds close racing. It's good. It makes the racing fun. If you're on a fast bike, it's an advantage. The track's good. It's in pretty good condition. There was a bit of a problem with it this morning. Some stuff got dragged across the circuit, but just hopefully it'll stay dry and we can all have a good old battle out there.
So with 145 points and a lead of over 20 there, is it just a comfortable cruise for you?
I wish. There was one race to go and it was 22 points. It would be a comfortable cruise, but it was still like 6 times 25 points up for it. What's that? 150 points. So you might as well start the season from now. anyone can win, well, any of us could win the championship. It's not decided till it's over. One small crash for myself, then I won't be leading anymore, and the same for everyone. Well, I think most of us here have actually had a crash, apart from Av. She hasn't crashed yet. So you've had two. You've had
one in practice.
one. Oh, not in the race. You haven't had it. So I've had a DNF.
I've had 2.
Seth's had 2 DNFs. Rogan has had a DNF. So it can happen. We're all pushing. It's nationals. You're all pushing as fast and as hard as you can. We all want to win. So yeah, it should be a bit of fun tomorrow.
Honest answers, Seth. Toby, sorry, that was very good. Evelyn, for you, Manfield, how is it? Probably your least, or you've done the least laps of any circuit in the country compared to others, would you?
No, I raced here a lot growing up. Did the winter series on Streets Up 150 and 125 GP, so I feel like I've done a lot of laps here. Obviously home race for my mechanic Ozzy, who is definitely just as much a part of this as I am. I don't know, especially on days like this, I don't know what I'd do without him, because I don't really feel like I rode to my usual standards today, and struggled a little bit, to be honest. I'm sure we'll come back tomorrow after a good sleep and be a lot closer to the pace. We had a really good round here at Tri-Series, racing with Damo Rees. I learnt a lot, being able to jump on his tail and follow him. So, no, definitely looking forward to the racing. As Toby said, I think it'll be really close.
Can I say one of my highlights was watching you win a lap record here on 125. Taking that lap record, was 11 years old, that lap record of Chris Sheriffs, and that was a lot of making. And I always remember Chris at the time saying, of all the riders that were going to take a title off him, he was so delighted it was you. It was a really good day. Have you got good memories of that event as well?
Yeah, 100%. I think that was almost a breakthrough for me, that race there, and just winning the 125 Grand Prix race, and as you say, breaking a lap record that stood for 11 years. Yeah, it was incredible, and yeah, definitely very, very memorable. It was a really hot, sunny day, so I'm hoping for more of that on Sunday. It might put me in the right mood to do it again.
Good, yeah, 27 degrees the forecast, so we're very fortunate. It should be a cracker weekend.
Looking good.
Well, we saved the best till last, as some might word it another way, but Seth, and do we want to talk about Hampton Downs or just talk about the positives?
Up to you. I'm happy to talk either way.
Right, well, we'll go straight to Manfield then. We'll go straight to Manfield. And this place for you, it's probably a foreign track as well. You're probably least covered track by laps as well. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I think I've been here 5 times ever. I think the first time I came here, I've come here 3 times on 250 and then twice on a 600, and that's it. But I think I still have the 250 lap record here, which hopefully someone managed to crush this weekend, because back when I had it, I think I did the whole season on 1 set of tyres, so things are a little different back then. But yeah, it's not a track that I've obviously done a lot of laps at, but in saying that, like Toby said, it's not a very complicated track. I'm struggling with a few things at the moment, but I've got a very fast motorcycle. We spent a bit of time at Pro Moto this week with Scotty Moore and got some more ponies out of it, and I'm looking forward to the race, because a fast motorcycle run is a big asset, and I think I've probably got the fastest bike here, so very, very fortunate.
Very good. Line-up. Quite a contrasting lot of stories from all of you. Some that have done your least amount of laps of all your riding, and some that have done your most. So should be quite a contrast. So great to see. Handing over to Ian Dawson, who's got our social media questions. And we've had a bit of a whisper here. And man, Ian, there's a whole lot of people that like these riders. Superbikes got nothing in comparison, did they?
No, it wasn't. We were quite surprised, actually. Most attention came to you guys rather than the superbikes.
Because
but unfortunately,
we're more approachable.
Ridiculously
But
good looking. Thank you for that.
We're not. Unfortunately, we can't, or we're not allowed to read out a lot of them.
Why not?
But we'll try and be sensible
Toby
here.
will answer.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
I think
We'll try and be sensible. So the first one is, this is to all of you, so you all have to answer. Kendall D asks, what training do you do away from the track, and how important do you think it is? Ashton.
For me, it's mostly just fitness stuff, going for runs and stuff like that, to try and kind of build that level of fitness up. I've got a dirt bike that sits in the shed pretty neglected. That should probably be out a little more. I know that would definitely help. But I've been off it for a little while, so this close to the championship, I kind of don't really want to go out, ride the dirt bike round and break myself on it, because that'd be just my luck. So maybe in the off-season that'll be something to jump back on.
I'm just sort of the same, but I do a lot of motocross and a lot of mountain biking, which doesn't always work out, because I crashed like 3 times last week. And Oh man, that was bad. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, like
talk us through it. What happened?
I just not quick enough and head first into a bank on my mountain bike.
Not quick enough, still crashed. Sounds like me.
It was a steep bank. I just fell down. But it's good fun, and you can sort of transfer the speed over. And my favourite thing about road racing is improving, and then I get the same out of motocross and mountain biking. So it's like you actually enjoy getting fit and getting ready for racing.
Training, not a massive amount. I got jet skis. I play on them quite a bit. Water skiing quite a bit with the kids, and wakeboarding and stuff like that. It's a bit of mountain biking. Race BMX with the kids. They're sort of just about to do some nationals, so I was going to track quite a lot with them, riding the BMX, and it's amazing for a 35-second lap how intense it is. It's just unbelievable. It's great fun. I love being there with the kids, riding around with them. And then they have a over 35s race. I always say it needs to be up to another decade. But and there's the club we go to. There's a few, they're sort of top 4 or 5 in the country. So without much riding, managed to sort of beat them when I turn up, which pisses them off, which gives me more drive to go faster. But for the road racing, people say, what do you like this question? What do you need to do? And I'm like, if you've got a dirt bike and you can lift it off the stand, you can go and cut 10 laps and put it back on the stand. You're good to go for road racing. You've got to be fit mentally. You can't, most people here have got a fairly active lifestyle. If you were sitting in front of a computer 24/7, that's not going to be enough. And I've just come back from England. I've been over there for 2 weeks, so just putting up with all the English people moaning, that's a sport in itself.
Avalon.
For me, the training side is really important. I have an office job, and I just genuinely don't think I would be strong enough and fit enough naturally to get away with not training. The same as these guys, motocross is awesome, but same as these guys, nailed myself a few weeks ago and haven't been able to run or anything since. But I was at the motocross track because I was convinced that it was going to be wet here. Being a bit later in the year, I thought it was going to rain, and motocross is so good because you get that physical training, but also that sensation of the bike sliding around and moving, and the 600s do move around a lot, and it gives you a feeling for grip, which helps riding in the wet a lot. So ideally you'd ride motocross all the time, but it comes with its risks, and not as easy as going for a run or going to the gym. So a lot of circuit training and running when I'm not injured from crashing dirt bikes.
I'm a bit different to these guys. I just keep kind of a base level of fitness just with a little bit of running, but for me the biggest struggle in our sport is the mental aspect. And it's a case of trying to keep your brain sharp, especially in my camp where I do a lot of the bike setup myself. So I'm always listening to podcasts, Formula 1 podcasts, racing podcasts, that kind of stuff, always thinking about the bike, the chassis, about what could be better, about line choice, that kind of stuff, because I think, and making sure I keep my mental strength good. And I've got a couple of exercises for that, because the physical side, like Toby was saying, is kind of a good base level is okay. But it's the mental side that really counts, and that's what makes.
And the fitness helps with the mental side.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to be sort of fit physically to keep mental focus.
And apart from that, I have to listen to Toby whinge, so that's a sport that he's into. So
the man of many excuses.
Is that you?
Have you heard me making excuses?
So we've got a couple of more questions, but these are only for particular people. The first one is to Rogan. It comes all the way from Norway.
What?
From a certain Sam Love. Everyone is obviously picking on you because they're all jealous about your primo ginger hair. Who of the other riders
And
do you
beard.
think would suit ginger hair the best?
I don't know. It's hard pickings.
you look good.
Maybe Evelyn. There is.
I use purple shampoo for a reason.
Ashton's sideburns.
Yeah, he's only got a little bit.
He's got ginger sideburns, and Seth could get away with a ninja as well.
Yeah, he's probably the best suited.
Who, him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Ashton. And one final question for Seth.
Uh-oh.
This is from Courtney from Rotorua.
Oh dear.
What are the chances of you growing your hair back?
Oh, pretty high. Every 4 years I get a haircut, so just kind of comes back, and then they're expensive, so like $20 every 4 years, it usually works out pretty good. So it's just going to come back to it now, and then 4 years from now it'll be the same.
Do you like
Well,
honey?
that's it for
that
Manfield.
it?
Back
Oh
to
my goodness.
Neil.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Ian, and thanks for all those out there in the social media world giving us these questions, and hopefully we'll have some more ready for you for the final round at Taupo next week. We're going to close with Seth, who's got something a little bit magic for us.
Yeah, one of my sponsors is Heatmiser, who are the industry leader in thermostat controls for your house, and they've given me a couple sets of Bluetooth headphones to give away this weekend. So the person who can guess most accurately to my thermometer the surface temperature, highest surface temperature this weekend, set of Bluetooth headphones. So you could be from anywhere in the country, we'll freight them out to you. I've got 2 sets. So if you want to guess the surface temperature, it might be a little bit advantage. No race teams allowed, actually. That'll probably help, because otherwise they'll be out there with their thermostats. But yeah, people that aren't here, if you're watching on Ctas or from abroad somewhere, have a guess on the video that MNZ is going to supply this press conference. Have a guess, and the closest person wins a set of these beautiful Bluetooth headphones.
Thank you, Seth, and thank you to Heatmiser. Nice to have a sponsor coming on board to give more than just to the people within their team, but to the people out there that follow our sport. Cheers, crew. Thank you all very, very much. Great to see you. 600 Super Sports still wide open. 150 points are still up for grabs, and Toby's got lead with 145. So you did right, Toby. We could really be starting this weekend, but you have got an inside advantage. So all the best to all of you. So there it is, a wrap of our NZSBK press conferences for Manfield round number 4, brought to us by DHL Express. And looking forward to this, the penultimate round of our New Zealand Championships. Bring it on.